Hey, Dove Gordon here again. Another beautiful day, another brilliant, compelling video for you. Why not? So let's talk about why you can't. Today, let's talk about why you can't. We tend to think that what's hard about success is that I don't know how, or I don't have the right skills, or I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have the right resources, whatever it might be. We tend to think that that's what's hard about succeeding, about getting to where we want to go. However, I've come to see from my own growth and from working with so many clients over the years, I've come to see that we've got it all wrong. What's really hard about success is, what do we do when our brain tells us, I can't? I can't because I don't have enough money, I can't because I don't have the time, I can't because I'm not ready, I can't because whatever, all the other things. When you get to that point, right, that's when you're facing a test. And this is a test that few people realize that they're in this test, because it makes so much sense. It seems to make so much sense. But I want to walk you through a little scenario so that you understand how critical this is. So let's say you've got a goal, you've got something that's important to you, you really want to achieve this, and that's a given, right? You've got to know what you want. So you know what you want. You want a certain type of business, certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of client, certain type of consistency in the clients, certain income level, and you have good reasons for it. So you know what you want. That's that's the dream. Now, between here and there, there's this gulf, and you come across a bridge. There's their bridge. For many people, the bridge is me. They come, they want to know how we can help them get that consistent flow of clients. But they come across the bridge, and whatever the bridge is, whatever the goal is, whatever the bridge is, there's going to be a price to be paid. So there's a price, there's a toll that you're going to have to pay to be able to cross the bridge to get to what you want. And you come and you see what the price is, and then your brain says, I can't, because I can't afford it, or because whatever reason you fill in. I'm not ready. We've gone through some. We all know the reasons. I can't because. Now, the masses, at that point, they come to see that, or they think to themselves, well, I guess they're just going to have to find another way across. Maybe I'm going to walk down there, brave the alligator. I'll figure out how to do it myself. It'll just take me longer. Whatever it is that we tell ourselves. That's the many. And the many really, essentially what we're doing is we're hanging on to what we already have. We tighten our grip on what we think is security, what we already have, rather than go after what we want. And the sad illusion is that you can't really hold on to what you have. What we have is always slipping through your fingers. Nothing is really staying here. So it's an illusion. We stay where we are, we start to slide backwards. The few, those who succeed, those who we look at and admire, wow, how did you do it? And they give us a whole list of all the things they did. And we think that that's what we need. We need to learn how to do those things that they did. And then we try to copy them, right? The reason why we get stuck is because we haven't learned what really matters. We haven't learned to pass the test of, well, I can't because. So here's a scenario. Whenever, if sometimes people are talking to me and they want to work with me, and they tell me, look, I see my goal, I see that you are the bridge, but I can't because. And usually it's money, but it could be anything, right? So let's use the money example. I can't because. And they're standing there at the foot of the bridge, and the toll is there, they have the option, but they can't because. Here is the first thing is you have to realize that you are facing a test. You are in the middle of a test. If you don't realize you're in a test, then you take that I can't because that your brain is telling you as a fact, and you stay where you are. It's not a fact. This is the hardest thing. This is the challenge, is you have to become aware. I'm now in a test. And what I'd like to point out to you is that it's really not that you don't have the money, because again, it's a test, it's an illusion. It's really that you're choosing from two discomforts. So there's the dream on this side, and right now you're uncomfortable. There's something bothering you because you really want to get there. It's uncomfortable to stay where you are today, and you're looking for a way over there. How do I get there? That's one discomfort. On the other hand, what if I tell you this? I say, look, you don't have the money. Make a list of 10 to 20 ways that you can come up with the money. 10 to 20 ways that you could make a list. Like, I can borrow from Aunt Sally, I could sell the second car, I could take a part-time job, I could. You will, with effort and creativity, come up with a list of 10 to 20 ways that you can find or create the money that you need to get across the bridge to your dream. However, when you look at that list of things, you're going to look at that list and you're going to see 10 to 20 things that you absolutely do not want to do. Every single one makes you uncomfortable in one or more ways. So 10 to 20 things that you do not want to do, they make you uncomfortable. Well, you're also uncomfortable because you're on this side of the bridge, not on that side of the bridge. This is a key insight that the few get that the many don't. The few realize that it's a choice between, am I going to stick with my current level of discomfort, or am I going to choose a different discomfort that allows me to cross the bridge to what I really want? That's what the few understand that the many never get. And that's why people say success is hard. Success is hard, but it's mostly in here. It's mostly becoming aware of the challenge. And the amazing thing is, it's fascinating, right? You know, the many will stick back. I'm not going to do these things that make me uncomfortable. We give ourselves all sorts of reasons. I don't want to do that. And then we stick with that and we hang on. We're trying to hold on to what we think we have, right? We hold on to that illusion of security, staying where we are. But again, you can never hold on to what you have. It's always slipping through your fingers. You're always moving backwards if you're not moving forwards. Whereas the person who recognizes it's an illusion and who says, okay, I'm going to choose that new level of discomfort because it gets me closer to where I want to go. That person has grown now. That person, you, become more of who you are capable of becoming. You become that person, you grow, and nobody can ever take that away from you. That's the one thing you can never lose, who you have become. And who you have become is a direct result of what do you do in these test situations. What do you do in these test situations when your brain pipes up and says, well, you can't because? Do you accept it, or do you say, well, actually I could if I just figure out how, and if I'm willing to be uncomfortable in a different way? That's how you grow. So on that note, I just want to invite you, starting Monday, November 26th, we are starting something brand new, the most affordable coaching we've ever done with high-level interaction and guidance and coaching with me. I expect we'll have between 10 and 15 people on this, starting right after Thanksgiving if you're in the United States, or November 26th, 2018 if you're anywhere else in the world, and going for 4 weeks. The idea is that by Christmas you have a simple, repeatable marketing and selling system. This is perfect for consultants, coaches, experts, agency owners, small consulting firms, where you have some clients, but you feel like your marketing and sales is haphazard. We have cut away anything not necessary, not critical, to help you design the most direct path to your ideal clients, so that starting January 2nd, or even before that if you want, you can start to reach out to them, start to draw them towards you in a simple, repeatable plan that works, strong messaging that works. And I invite you to go to dovegordon.net/force, F-O-R-C-E, read about it, get the details, and feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. It is a great opportunity. I'm already excited with those we're going to have working with us, and hopefully you will join me too.